Hello, lovelies. It's She here from Golden Thread Tarot, and I just wanted to have a little let's talk with you guys today. I do have some cards right here, which I might pull some out, but we'll see. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys, all right, about productivity and success. How we look at success. Excuse me. I'm just gonna turn my phone on silent to make sure, and let's set a little vibes going on in the background. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about success. Okay. Enlightenment. Okay, that's the sun card, right? I wanted to talk to you guys about how we view success. There's so many things in our society that tells us we view success by doing how we give our time to things that are going to increase our perceived worth, right, by society. And that perceived worth is usually bank account, is usually like career goals, is usually things like that. And I'm not saying that those aren't successes, right, that you should celebrate, because absolutely you should. That's amazing. Like you're setting your goals, you're getting stability, financial stability for yourself and for your family. That is beautiful, that is wonderful. But there are so many other ways to show success. There's so many other forms of abundance that spirit wants to show us, right? Choosing to prioritize yourself is such a, although people want to say, oh yeah, I totally believe in self-care and prioritize that and things, but there's so many times though when we truly do that, and I've suffered from this myself, when you feel like you're not being productive when you're doing things that are self-care, that are really productive towards I feel like we prioritize self-care in the sense of, yeah, making our skin look more beautiful, making our hair look more beautiful, doing facials, getting massages and things like that. And don't get me wrong, those are amazing, right? Painting your nails and going shopping and doing those things. But I also think many times there is a sense of guilt or shame that is applied to things that aren't traditionally seen as productive, right? Because there's a lot of self-care things that aren't seen as traditionally productive things, right? Like sometimes self-care and sometimes being productive looks like taking a nap. Sometimes it looks like sitting by the pool. Sometimes it looks like sitting outside, right? Sometimes it looks like turning off all your devices and spending 20 minutes talking to your kids or playing with your kids. Sometimes productivity looks like, just having a conversation with your friends, sitting down and having a conversation with your spouse or with your loved ones, right? Sometimes productivity looks, it looks, we need to kind of change the traditions and the paradigms that we have subscribed to that are like, yes, we think those things are important, right? But we don't see them. A lot of people don't see them as a way to success or as a pathway to success. When we understand that relaxation and spending time with our friends and our family is so important, just like sleeping is important to our productivity, right? Doing those things are very important too. And I understand if you're the type of person you're like, yeah, I already get that, then this message isn't for you, right? Then I'm so happy you're there for it, right? But this is for people who are struggling with that. I used to be struggling with it more, and I am coming to allow myself to not feel so like, oh, I'm not getting stuff done. I'm not getting stuff done, so I must not be living up to my fullest potential, right? I don't have tangible things in front of me to show, right? But if I really thought about it, right? And I'm talking about myself and my own experience here, right? So if this applies to you, let it apply to you. It's like, but you couldn't see that you were like, you took that nap and you were much more rested, and then you were able to really focus and your brain was working better and your body felt more rested, and so you felt more relaxed. You spent that time sitting outside, and no, you might not have been getting like actual physical work done or designing cards or doing all the other things that I'm doing or filming videos, right, or editing videos and things like that, but you did get that time to turn into yourself, right? To relax, to just allow your brain to turn off and kind of just have those moments where you are just vibing, right? Like you're just listening to some music, you're just sitting outside, you're feeling good, you're enjoying life. And that is so important. Allowing ourselves to enjoy those little moments of things that aren't traditionally seen as being productive are just as productive, right? The rest is just as productive. The sleep cycle that we're in is just as productive. It's just an efficient part of our day, right? Because there are way too many people that subscribe to grind culture who are like, oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Like, you're gonna die a lot sooner if you're not, like that day is gonna come a lot sooner when you're not resting your body. Be aware of that. Right? I'm looking at it like longevity, sis, or like longevity, bro. Like, I'm trying to live a much more happy, peaceful, successful life. Like, I can do both, right? And I'm sorry, like maybe it's just not me. Like that does not mean that I won't work. That does not mean that I won't put in work and I won't put in dedication. Please believe me, there are many, many days in my life when I was in college or when, now when I pull all night or staying up working on stuff and producing things and doing what I need to do because I'm just in my creative zone. Please believe that, right? But at the same time, I think I am trying to retrain my brain, to see triumph, to see enlighten, to see the sun moment coming just as much as when I am watching my bank account numbers go up, as when I am just taking the day off, as when I am resting, as when I'm spending time with my friends and my family. I'm trying to see that as just as much a sign of success as anything else in my life. And I'm not trying to grind until I can actually, it's like, oh, I'll grind so hard right now and then just enjoy my rest later. No, I'd rather grind some now and enjoy my rest now, right? Like, I'd rather do both right now. And I have options. Okay? Like, if that's not what you subscribe to, that's fine. Then this video is not for you, right? I'm just sharing my personal experience. But like, if you're trying to do like me, like, bro, okay, right? Five of Cups. Sometimes you feel lost, and I feel lost and regret for all the times that I didn't spend, right? I'm feeling okay. Wow. Okay. This just came through really suddenly. Like, some of y'all are about to get very, very busy, right? And Spirit is trying to tell you, enjoy and get into the mindset now to enjoy the rest just as much as you enjoy the grind, right? Right? Because then if you're just all about the grind, you start to get blind to your blessings. You start to get blind to the small things, right? That really help you, that really enhance and change your life for the better. Yes, hello. Temperance, patience, and harmony, right? Finding that balance, finding that harmony in your life, right? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine about trying meditation, and she is a mom. She's a mom of three and one with one on the way. And so she has a lot of and she's a stay-at-home mom. She has a lot of things that are on her plate. She has a lot of things that she does, and I was talking to her about doing it, and she was just like, "Oh, meditation doesn't work for me." And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And she was just like, "Oh, I like if I just sit there, I just end up falling asleep." And I was like, "Yeah, I did too. I did too. Patience, right?" When I first started meditating, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get into this meditation cycle. I'm gonna get up, wake up, put my dogs outside, handle that, come back, sit in my bed, get in a comfortable position, and meditate. Right when I first wake up, right, and and you know how many times I fell asleep? So many times. Still, sometimes to this day, I'll still fall back asleep, and I'll wake up and be like, dang, I fell asleep. But I'll just get up, spend another 5 or 10 minutes meditating, and then like actively meditating, and then get up and go on about my day, right? And two down on the real time clock. Like, I'm just trying to get to that space where I allow myself to have more of that kind of loveliness in my life, where I'm just kind of like, it's okay, right? I can have patience, I can have dedication. It's okay. It doesn't have to look exactly like I want it to immediately. And yes, it might take, weeks, months of work, right? Because Ace of Cups, I am blessed, right? I am blessed to have those moments. You know how many people would tell me, "Wow, you're blessed that you were able to get up and go back to sleep," right? Because there's some people, they have to get up and go straight to work. I'm blessed in a way that because that's how I feel. I'm like, I'm blessed that I could relax myself so much that I fell back asleep and got a little bit of extra rest, and I got up and I'm like, well, I guess my body needed it, right? So, yeah. Six of Cups. I want to be with you. Yeah, I really feel like there's some of these people. If some of these people, like, okay, if you guys might have some people that are like having something to say about having this mindset, if this is what you're resonating with, right? These people are lost in regret with the fact that they can't do that. Because, like, I want to be doing what you're doing too, right? I block my truth in reverse. You're standing in your truth. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, we're talking more about that. And she was just like, I just don't have time to meditate. And I'm like, I don't want to, I'm not going to sit there and argue with you because I'm not going to tell you like, no, you need to meditate because like, yeah, I know from personal experience that meditation in general, most successful people will tell you meditation does help you, right? And it will help you become a better parent too, right? Most people that are, I'm not a parent, but I've heard plenty of people talk about it who are parents to say, I'm a much more grounded, understanding, patient parent, right? Because I meditate, because I take that self time. And I told her, if you lived your life in a more, well, let me just say this because that sounded like I was trying to be judgy, but that's not even how I said it. I was just like, live a day in your life where you're more conscious going through how much you spend your time and what you give your time, what you give your energy, right? Because for her, she's a big TikTok person. She really likes TikTok. But I'm like, yeah, couldn't you watch TikTok 10 or 15 minutes less a day and give that time to meditation? You could, right? But in your mind, you've told yourself, oh, I just don't have time for it. When the truth is, you just don't make it a priority, right? And this isn't me coming for her or anything like that, because how she chooses to spend her time is on her. Like, who am I to tell her? She has the kids and all that stuff, and maybe TikTok is her type of meditation that she does, like, let it be what it is, right? Page of Cups. I think I like you. I think I like it. Yeah. I feel like some of you are like, I think I like this. I think I like being this new, more patient me. I am walking away. Yeah, etiquette. I think I just want to walk away from all this regret and all this BS in my life. I feel y'all. Me too. Right? Because let me tell you, when you choose to live a much more just kind of like open and blessed life, hello, full beginnings, fresh start. Like, it's beautiful. This new pathway is beautiful, and I'm grateful for it. Though this path hasn't always been the most beautiful, right? It hasn't, because going down this path to get to the place where I am now, you have to do a lot of shining light on your shadow. You have to do a lot of shining light on the BS that you have subscribed to for a long time, right? You have to shine a light on a lot of dark things to get to the place where you can be like, all right, I really truly want to let this go. But for a lot of you, I feel like this is going to be shifting your mindset. Your mindset is really going to be shifting. Look at this. I am clever with my words with this Knight of Wands here. I feel like a lot of you are learning how to have a lot more patience and a lot more honesty with yourself. Look, Page of Swords, I am bringing the truth, right? You are learning how to have a lot more peace and understanding and harmony with yourself and harmony with your true self, who you truly want to be. Look at this. Six of Wands, I am victorious, right? I feel like in the past, because it did come out upside down, like reversed. I feel like in the past, some of you you've had like this self-defeatist mindset that has held you back, right? And this kind of defining success in a very traditional sense, with that kind of like Hierophant energy, a very traditional sense of the way you see success and the way you see productivity has really actually held you back, because it just doesn't vibe with your soul. It doesn't vibe with you. Like, you are the type of person who is supposed to be taking it easy and getting things done, right? Working smarter, not harder, right? And not to say that people, because if you want to be about your grind culture, be about your grind culture, right? But for me personally, in general, I'm like, not that I'm not about, making it work and getting stuff done, right? But I'm also about prioritizing, right? And understanding that it's okay. It's okay that everything is happening in divine time. I am I am abundant. Period, right? I am abundant. I am still abundant. I am just as abundant if I am taking a break, or I'm taking an off day, or I'm sitting, or I'm taking a day to go walk in the park and get something done a little bit later. It's okay. It's going to be okay, because in the grand scheme of things, like, I will most likely enjoy that time when I connected with myself and when I, you know, gave as much priority to my peace and to my happiness as when I give up that free that time to, and it will change, right? It won't be so much like, oh, I can either have peace or I can have work or my career. It will become a thing where that you kind of blend them together, where you find that peace and that harmony in whatever you're doing, right? So it doesn't feel so much like the peace and the work and the harmony and the fun have to be separated away from your productivity, right? Your productivity can be those things. You don't have to just love grind culture or you know, or to enjoy doing those things, right? So what I'm saying making sense? I feel like it'll make sense to those who really need to hear it, right? Yeah. Nine of Wands. I learned from my past. I really feel like you guys are just, you know, you're learning how to prioritize things for your life right now. And you're just like, look, I really feel like you have a lot of passion. Look, I'm leaving to find peace. Look at that. I'm leaving this old mindset so that I can just go find peace. Because I just rather be in peace. And this is people, this is place, this is things. And mostly it's mindsets, right? It's about you. Because at the end of the day, you can cut everybody off and just be in a room by yourself. But if you don't change the way you think about things, your life is never going to change. It's going to stay the same, right? Because it's not about that job. It's not about that career, or the same thing. But anyway, you know, it's not about that house. It's not about your roommates. It's not about your partner. It's not about your kids. At the end of the day, if your mindset doesn't change, you're just going to take that with you, right? You're gonna take that with you no matter where you go, no matter where you are, right? So you can change jobs, you can change partners, you can change houses, and it's still about you at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, you're still in that, right? I am celebrating with others. Look, I am celebrating with others. Three of Cups came out in the reverse. Like, it's like, nah, I feel like you on kind of your hermit stuff right now. Right, but I just saw that. I don't seize opportunities. Yeah. I'm abundant in reverse. Babes. Look, hermit, reflection energy. Look, Ten of Pentacles wanted to come out and said, no, read this in the upright. I saw it in the reverse and I was like, oh no. But Ten of Pentacles in the upright, I have a long-lasting legacy, right? This is something that's going to be long-lasting. You change your mindset and it's going to change everything about your life for the rest of your life. Look, Three of Wands, I explore, I am waiting on more, right? No more of this waiting stuff, right? Like, you're exploring your options, right? I have options and I'm exploring them. Look at that. Hierophant in reverse, right? Hierophant, like letting go, bucking these authority, this tradition, this traditional education that you were participating in, right? Letting go of that. Right? The Moon card with mysteries and illusion, but in reverse, right? This is something that's been eluding you in the past, but now it's changing, right? I blocked my truth, Two of Swords in reverse, right? I feel like this is a truth that some of you just really have just needed to take the time to learn and to really know. Wow. Okay. Yes. So Two of Swords, I block my truth in reverse, right? I feel weighed down by my thoughts. Nine of Swords in reverse. Four of Pentacles, I am holding on in reverse. Okay. Page of Wands, I have good news in the upright. And Eight of Pentacles, I'm working on it, right? I really feel like you guys are putting in the work on this, right? Because right now you need to really figure out what you want, right? Ace of Wands. Two more. Spirit saying two more. Okay, let's see what flips. Okay, that's all that flips. Yes. King of Cups in reverse. I love you, but I can't show it. I love you, but I can't show it in reverse, right? Nah, right? I love this. I'm passionate about this. I'm going to show it. I'm going to because I'm not reading this in the traditional King of Cups in reverse way, right? Because it's actually the opposite. For me, I'm reading this as actually like the opposite, right? It's because King of Cups in reverse is like no, emotionally pushing things away, not being emotionally stable, right? I really feel like you're kind of, it's like you're reversing those things, right? I love you, but I can't show it in reverse. Like you're following your passions and following your dreams, and you know, I'm hearing I don't feel the need to define myself to other people. Eight of Wands. I seize opportunities. Absolutely. Look at that. The Empress. Mother, birth. Right? You're birthing a new you into existence. Doing this mental work that you're doing right now is birthing a new you into existence, right? So this message is not going to apply to everybody, because some people are like, no, I'm all about that grind culture, and cool, honey. Like I ain't mad at you. But this is for my people out there that's kind of like, I want a little bit more balance in my life, right? I want a little bit more happiness and a little bit more peace and a little bit more, love and light, and also having the abundance, right? It's like changing the way that you see abundance, changing the way that you see productivity is really going to help you. That's who this message is for. This is for those people who really are changing the way they see success and how they define success and how they define abundance, right? It's not just about money, right? It's not just about grinding until you fall out and you can't, you can't breathe, right? It's also about taking that time for yourself and then not letting other people's definition of it affect you, right? Don't let other people not seeing what you're doing as successful, or letting your old mentalities of what is success stop you from feeling like you're not achieving things, right? You are, right? You just might be achieving things in ways you've never experienced before. So your brain is like, is this achieving things? Is this doing things? Yes, it is. That's what you've been wanting to know or needing to know. Spirit is saying, yes, it is. You are achieving things. You are doing things. Like, open your eyes. Spirit is saying, like, it's okay, right? They're not mad at you. They're not, irritated by you or anything. They're just like, yo, love yourself, because you are doing so much more than you and other people want to give you credit for, right? But you are going to see the difference in yourself, right? Look at this, right? I take quick action. I stand in my truth, right? I also saw the devil card back there. So I think like you might have some fears. It's not only your fears, but people's fears that are around you that are making you feel like you need to do things a very certain way, right? Look at this. 7-7. I have options. I'm waiting to see the outcomes of that seven of pentacles. Like, I'm seeing the fruits of my labor, and I have, there are a lot of opinions out there casting a view, right? I really feel like with the 7-7 here, you are learning how to challenge. This is like spiritual awakening, spiritual challenges that you're going through, right? I really feel like spirit is challenging you to awaken to a different sight when it comes to this, right? Awaken yourself to a different sight is what I'm hearing. Like, to seeing things in a different way, to a different perspective. And that's really going to help you. I'm also hearing that you're aligning with, as you're doing this, you're aligning with people who see the world in that way too. So don't worry, right? Just take it as a blessing that some people are letting you know, oh, that's not the way I see the world too. Like, okay, that's cool. But that just lets you know who you can share those ideas with, who you can have that same vibe with, who has that same vibe and who doesn't, right? It might hurt to know that some of your friends and family, but Spirit saying, don't let it hurt you. Let it evolve you. Let it push you to be like, okay, like keep it pushing. Like, okay, like, doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that we see things differently, right? And if that person can't still jive with you and be cool with you when you see things differently, well, that just lets you know maybe you should think about letting go of that person, right? Or maybe you should just spend that time and that priority, like your mind is changing. Your mind is changing. The way you view the world is changing. And as you do that, like, your life and your timeline is shifting, and your possibilities are opening up, right? As you do that, Spirit is aligning you with people who feel the same way that you do, right? And as you say, okay, no, I'm not going to change to fit into this group, you're just going to be, look, 6 of Cups, you are going to be aligning with people who want to be with you, right? Who agree with you, right? Right? Who don't block out their truth, right? In reverse, right? who aren't like just being clever with their words, right? And aren't just trying to be like, try to make you feel a certain type of way. Harmony in reverse, right? Temperance in reverse. These people just aren't equally yoked to you, and that's not in like a, oh, you're better than them. You're just not the same, and that's okay. That's okay. Doesn't mean that they're bad. Doesn't mean that you're good. Doesn't mean that they're good and you're bad. Doesn't mean any of those things. It just means you're not the same. 2444. Spirit is telling you, right? I feel weighed down by my thoughts in the reverse. Let this go, right? Because there is no, I feel victorious in reverse. There is no victory here with this, with thinking, oh, I need to change the way I feel because certain people around me don't feel the same way, right? And this could be at a very deep subconscious level where you don't even recognize it or realize it, right? Right. Pages of swords in reverse. I am bringing forth the truth, right? I am bringing forth the truth. Look, control, right? Let go of your need to control yourself, or let go of the need to think that you need to change the way that you feel or change the way that you move based on how other people feel like you should change or feel like you should move. No, ain't got time for it. Thank y'all, my sweets. I really enjoyed this, and it's just a little something that I just had it on my heart, that I just really wanted to speak about, that I really just wanted to talk to you guys about, okay? So let me know how you feel about it down in the comment section down below. If you don't subscribe to this, or like you're like, no, that's not how I feel, that's cool, right? That means that this message is just for somebody else who does feel this way, and that's perfectly okay. I have trust and faith in the universe that I will put this out there, and who it applies to, they will find it and it will resonate with them, and they will get the message they need to out of this, right? I am not about the person where I'm just like, look, every message has to mean something to you. It doesn't. Like, maybe a word or maybe something else, maybe there could be something here for you. It could even just be like the shirt that I'm wearing, or like the stone that I'm wearing, or like the fact that there are limes in the background or something. I don't know. Like, let it apply to you as, I don't know. Let it apply to you as it does, right? But that does not mean that you have to subscribe to what I say, right? And don't think to take this as a challenge to your ego, or a challenge to the way that you view things. If you don't want to take it, right? If it makes you feel confused, or it makes you feel angry, if it makes you just feel not right, then it's not for you, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. Not all of my messages are going to be for every person that watches it, right? So let it resonate with you. When I say let it resonate, that's what I mean. Like, if it makes you feel not good, it's not for you. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Like, please just, you know, don't confuse yourself with it. Okay. Thank you guys so very much. If you guys did like this message, and you feel guided to check out any of my other messages, please do so. If you guys like this message, you want to hear more like it, please subscribe. Please hit that bell and that notification, okay, so that YouTube can let you know when I upload things. I really appreciate you guys so very much, okay? Thank you in advance to anybody who feels guided to, like I said, watch any of my other videos, or if you feel guided to donate or tip to the channel, okay? I really appreciate you guys. That is down in the description box down below, as well as the contact information if you want to contact me for a personal reading or personal spiritual guidance, or if you're interested in any of the decks that I use in this one or in any other video that I do. The information for that is always in the bottom of the description box as well. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you lovelies in the next one. Bye.